that's the place to be. Now, I want to get to something else off of this. It's small town audacity. I'm from a small town. I currently live in a small town. Not my small town that I'm from, but another small town. Small town living's cool. Grew up in it. But at the age of 18, I left my small town. And from 18 to 28, I didn't live in small towns. And I like city living. Love city living. It's the life. And part of what happens in a small town is if you never leave your small town, you think that what happens in your small town is germane to your small town, and it's not. I see people saying, you know what? People in Cartersville won't make it. People in Northwest Georgia won't make it out because they don't stick together. No, that's not why they won't make it out. It's because it's an echo chamber. And you hear what you want to hear. So you stay there in that comfort zone, and it allows you to feel good about what you're doing. But you have to understand that it's hard to get rich entertaining a small town, no matter what it is that you do. Is it possible? Sure. Is it likely? Hell no. So what do you have to do? You have to get off the porch. You have to hit the road. You have to go places where people don't know you so that you can get your product. And I call it small town audacity because people in small towns think that what happens in the small town actually matters. And guess what? It doesn't. It matters there, but nationally, it doesn't matter. Think about this, right? I listen to a few radio shows. They're nationally syndicated shows. So what do they talk about? National topics. And they thrive there. And then you have other shows that are local shows. And what do they talk about? Local products, right? And then look at me here. Sometimes I have national topics that are going to appeal to different audiences. And sometimes I decide I want to bring somebody from my hometown on, and we talk about Cartersville, Northwest Georgia type stuff. And we have those conversations. I understand that. The people I know in California don't give a damn about that. Hopefully, the conversation is so stimulating that they care about it, but the actual content of the conversation, they're not checking for it. But look, if somebody is knocking what you do, or if somebody's not supporting you, don't take it personal. Or the idea that there's only haters in your hometown because it's a small town, that's untrue. There are people hating on people everywhere, all over the country, all over the world. The only difference is when you're in the small town echo chamber, you know these people. But don't take the lack of support personally, because it's not a knock on you, the person. It just may be a knock on what you're putting out. Maybe they don't like it. Guess what? My Juneteenth shirt sold better than my toxic masculinity shirt. Do I take it personally that people didn't want to buy a shirt that said toxic masculinity? No. My cheese egg shirt sold better than my toxic masculinity shirt. Do I take it personally that people would rather wear a shirt with cheese eggs on it than wear a shirt that says toxic masculinity? No, I understand that things are conditional. So what we have to do is we have to create these conditions that people want to be a part of. Create personalities that people want to be a part of. Because if we being honest here, if you know me or you know of me, you probably think I'm an asshole, because I am. Some people tell me I'm bougie. I had a conversation last week. People like, yeah, you're actually super bougie. I get it. And you have to understand these things about yourself and what you do to understand why what you do is received in a certain way. Because guess what? If people like you, they're going to support what you're doing, even if they don't actually support the content, because they support the content creator. But no, we think that what happens in our small town is the world. Is it a microcosm of what happens in the world? Absolutely. But is your small town the world? No, it's just a piece of the world. And there's a whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. A brand new place that you don't know nothing about. if you stay in the small town. It's okay to jump off the porch. You can always go back. But when you leave, hey, don't be the one that shits on where you come from now. Don't shit where you slept. Remember where you came from, because so often I love seeing people, bro. Y'all Cartersville folks, man, y'all so lame, bro. Y'all be doing it. I'm like, man, look, I'm from the same place. I follow some of the same stuff that goes on, but I also have a life that has nothing to do with my small town. What I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna shit on my small town. Will I be critical of my town? Will I be critical of the people there? Yes, but it's not from a place of trashing them. It's trying to provide insight from somebody who knows where you're at, knows what you're coming from, but has a totally different perspective, because I've lived on the other side of the country. I lived on the other side of the world. And I do you all a disservice by not bringing that knowledge back.